already know what it is. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. I missed y'all. I'm gonna start calling y'all beauties and bosses just because I do have a boss line, so why not? And you know, I just hope y'all know beauty has so many meanings. By the way, it ain't just physical, so it's about the inside and the outside as well. So I'm here, y'all, to speak some real deal stuff, and I want to dive in deep. All right. So you know, lately I kind of been going through my own little spiritual warfare, but you know, thank God I have, you know, the Most High next to me, so go ahead and share on my platform just because it just is therapy for me, and I hope it can be therapy for many other people because we all need that. We all going through some sort of trauma in some sort of way, shape, or form that is playing out in our lives in some way, shape, or form. We all don't have the same issues, but we all have our own problems. So, you know, we really don't need to keep acting like our stuff don't stink, trying to look at other people over there, trying to worry about what they doing, trying to talk about what they got going on. Baby, why are you worried about what they got going on too? I be too busy with myself to worry about what they got going on over there. Like, I'm like tap on people post sometimes, but I don't really be worried about what nobody got going on. I'm not even really that wrapped up with social media. Only reason I post consistently now is because of my shavings. I just feel like I need to be on there sometimes for that, but and even sometimes that makes me fall back into like looking at it a little too much, but I'm definitely not on it as much as I used to. It can be beneficial when it comes to a lot of things, but it's just not really relevant for real when it comes down to handling yourself. But I'm not gonna lie, with that saying, I don't want to contradict myself, but I'm going to say I do be loving the little spiritual little memes sometimes that I see. Shout out to those little spiritual memes because they be getting me right sometimes to my spiritual bag, and that's one thing I do love about Instagram. You know, so many different platforms and things on there, but it can become toxic if you absorb it too much. That's all I'm saying. Diving into the topic and everything like that, we out here healing and stuff, and you know, I've definitely been through my fair share, but my message to share today is do not give up. Do not give up on yourself, and walk in purpose every day. Do not just sit here and dwell on what could have been, should have been, ain't, is. Just keep walking. As long as you're walking, baby, you really, it's only so much you can pay attention to that's behind you, because you can get ahead so far that you're not even gonna be able to see, excuse me, what's back there. So I definitely want to encourage more people to just keep moving forward, no matter what, no matter how much it hurts, because I know it hurts. I feel y'all pain. I feel the heaviness. I'm literally crying. The day I had a major breakdown, when I had to call somebody, you know what I'm saying? I had a major breakdown because, I had a major breakdown because this YouTube influencer, Kennedy Simone, that I watched for so many years, recently, lost her mom, and, I ended up doing research into the situation just because I felt so heavy for the situation, and felt even heavier once I found out. And just knowing the battles that she's probably dealing with and having to overcome as a godly woman, I'm sure she's has her moments of very high spirits, but I know as a human being she has her moments of very low ones as well, because we're only human and we still have to grieve. We still have to allow our bodies to heal. We can't just forget people. Like, that's impossible, especially people who have such high impacts like our parents and your grandparents and family members, like whoever we end up being close to and becomes our family, so that's never easy. And I definitely grieved with her, and I may grieve again with her, I'm not sure, and I may have grieved with some of you guys, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely a huge empath, so I definitely take on others' emotions, and it's definitely a gift and a curse, I would say, because sometimes I really don't always know when I'm taking on my own energy. And I'm such an overthinker that sometimes if I'm taking on someone else's energy, I'll end up wrapping my mind around a situation that might not exist. So that's sometimes why I really just need to center myself and just live in God and myself, and just allow him to just stop the voices and just allow myself to be centered. And that's really the only thing that gives me clarity, because everything else is confusing. And a lot of the times it's scary because we can't even always believe what we see. And that's the scariest part. Like, we can't always believe what we see because this world is a big illusion. Especially for my light workers out there. Shout out to my light workers. Shout out to y'all. It ain't easy, gang. We in this thing. Hold it down, POP. Back on the serious note, but like, chill. We ain't uptight with it. But on a serious note, for my light workers, it's definitely tough out here. We going through losing people and just having to go through all these different growing pains, and we just got to keep going. We can't stop. Gotta keep going. Just because we gotta keep going don't mean never stop. Sometimes it is good to take a pause when pause is needed to be taken. So don't just feel like you gotta it's just by keep going, I mean not give up. I mean, whatever situation you're faced with, feel it, yes, but know that it's going to be okay. It will work out. Or you will see a form of life from this situation in some way, shape, or form. God does not give up on us like that. And I feel like as long as we have faith in knowing that, we are always at peace. And nothing outside of God can really ever please us. Like, I mean, we're happy to have the things we have, yes. But it's also a humbleness in knowing that these things are only because of God. And a lot of times I forget that, especially when I get caught up in my lifely duties as a human being or a spiritual being. And, you know, I would get caught up in my lifely duties and I would just lose a little bit of faith and just like, oh, I gotta seek out because I'm in lack. I gotta seek out because I'm in lack. When really I'm not in lack of nothing. Everything I need is right here. And I feel like once I'm comfortable in that energy, it's already mine. It's nothing more to be discussed. And that's it. And that's for anybody out there. And I'm not saying that it's easy. It's never going to be easy. Stop expecting easy. And if it's easy, it ain't worth it 9 times out of 10. So actually I could go almost guarantee that. Of course, it definitely finna come from God. So don't even think about it. A lot of people out here just serving their own purpose. I don't really meet a lot of people that be trying to serve God's purpose. And it's like when I'm trying to serve God's purpose, people get offended. People get offended when I share my light, when I'm trying to like just be a nice, kind being on this earth, because we need that. So I can respect anyone who's out here giving love and light when a lot of love and light ain't given or accepted sometimes. And it's weird. It's like that. You want, I'm just smiling at you like you would think that people really, misery do love company, y'all. Some people don't know how to be happy. Like, I can't even use actual character because it might affect something. It's one person that I'm aware of, and it just bothers this person so much when people are joyous. And it's like, we be like, oh my God, we just happy. We just happy to be alive. Does that offend you? Oh, I'm sorry. We have stuff going on too. We all have stuff going on, but it's a choice. Like, we can't just, who wants to sit around in misery? It's just so intriguing when you meet other people out there that's not giving up on themselves and not trying to use trauma to hurt others. And you can always tell when people moving like that. You know what I'm saying? You can always tell. And for me, that's how I know, like, recently I've been needing to do a lot more work on my self-worth department, because I've just been trust in my own discernment and knowing that what I feel don't always need a exact image. And I'm like, if I can't visually see it, then it ain't happen. And that's not true. If my spirit is telling me over and over again, then it's happening, or it's happened. So, and then like faith in people's words, like people literally, I watch people out of my face and still will sit up there and believe that person, even though I know they have the capability of lying. And 9 times out of 10, it just be obvious when people lying. Our spirit tell us we know, and we know when a person telling the truth. Be stuck in the lies, or do you just want to just go ahead and be happy and live your life and be carefree? Because that's where I'm at. I'm on the beach right now, y'all. I'm back on the beach. It feels amazing. I know y'all like, why she got that flower on her, baby? Because I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach. I got my little cup back there. I'm about to go fill it up in a minute. But yeah, y'all, like, I literally be living my best life, because why not? Life is young, I'm young, the sun's shining today, so will I. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna give up on myself, because God don't give up on me. God don't give up on us. So why would I give up? Yeah, it get tough. It do. It's supposed to. I don't really know how life would be if everything was simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how that would work. I think we would get easily bored. We wouldn't really find no meaning in life, because everything would just be like given. It would just be like, okay, what's the purpose of this all? Like, so challenges definitely give things more purpose. You see why things happen. It led you here to a great place where you can actually appreciate it. So I appreciate where I am right now, because I have worked through a lot of homelessness situations. And you know, my past, like years ago, I experienced homelessness a couple times. Like, me and one other person I would, you know, share that memory with, and I experienced just homelessness again. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because family issues, you know, stuff happens to us all, but we ain't always gonna be stable all our lives. Stuff going to shake stuff up where we gonna have to be a little uncomfortable. God isolates us. If you're a child of God, He will isolate you, love. just so you can hear him, have a relationship with him, all of that. He isolated me for like 4 months one time. I just could not understand. And in the 4 months he isolated me, y'all, it was the darkest 4 months of my life. Like, it's like I was growing so much. Like, okay, it literally, I moved to Atlanta from the DMV, the DC. I moved from DC to Atlanta in August of 2020. So around that time period, it was like I literally started my business, and then like my personal life started to shift because I was praying to God so much and I didn't realize how fast he was working. And I know, you know, we know God is a disruptor, so that's what he did, honey. He shook it up. I was like, wow, like this happening. So I ended up like not being able to stay at home with my mom anymore, and you know, just moved around a bit. And it moved around like one more time before it led me to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Reached out to somebody who helped me, you know, let me stay with them for a bit, and staying with them, it was actually like my ex of 5 years. So in staying with him, it was really like an eye-opener. I can't even explain how much of an eye-opener it was. Like, it was like watching the life that we had outside of me. And it was so weird because he was like staying with his best friend, and I remember I always wanted a dog, but we had like 2 cats together in the past, but him and his best friend had 2 dogs, or they each had a dog, and their dogs were like amazing. I think they will still have them, but I love their dogs. I literally started to feel like they was my dogs at some point. But that's how like much I used to be scared of big dogs, but they actually made me not be scared of big dogs no more, because they was like so sweet and protective of me. You know, that whole thing, you know, happened. Moved down here, I fell into such a low vibrational place. I was making like poor choices left and right. Still been a child of God, honey, but like expecting him to move on my time, and just knew as soon as I moved down here everything was gonna work out. God, like, you're gonna have to work for this one, boo. I love you though, but you're gonna have to go through a couple lessons while you down. I know I said I got you once you go in the right direction, but just because I said I got you don't mean you ain't gonna go through nothing. Come on, that was life. You asked for this. I'm a light worker. I can't not go through anything. We can't not go through anything, y'all. We're light workers. Most of us are. And the ones who know. The ones who don't know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't focus on that. But yeah, so, you know, definitely went through that 4 months of darkness and made a lot of poor choices in that time because it was more comforting to my soul. That was the only thing I could find comforting, because I was angry at God around that time, because I'm just like, wow, like I just thought I was gonna move to Atlanta and life was gonna be grand. I was gonna get making money. It was so hard for me to get a job. Like, and it was like all these right up there, like right by what he was saying, and I just could not land a job there. I couldn't really get a job. Everything's so spread apart in the A, so like if you don't have a car, it's really a struggle to get around. I was relying on a little bit of money that I had coming down here, which wasn't, it was starting to like dwindle down a lot. So I started panicking a little bit. I was on my workout stuff. Still got to get back consistent with that though. That's something that for some reason I just got to get back. But definitely was on my workout stuff when I came down, you know, to the A, but fell off with that and just, you know, started spiraling downhill, making poor choices, seeing my ex's new life, and, you know, compared to the 5 years I spent with this person, I'm just like, this person has a life now without me? Like, it's almost crazy that my ego felt that way, but it did. Like, and then even though this person had been single for almost 2 years at that point, when I came down here, like I went out with each other like a few times. He was trying to like, you know, he had some type of feelings. He didn't want to just leave me in the house all the time. So sometimes he would take me out with them. And in those times, like I would kind of get to see a little bit of like the reactions he's getting from the women in Atlanta. And I was just like, looking at my man like that. But I had to, and it sounds silly because it's like, I know I'm single. I know he was doing his own thing, but I was just in that mindset, and I just really wasn't dating anybody. I had just moved up here. I didn't really know nobody for besides him. So that was like my person when I moved up here. I was like, I mean, I know we've been gone for 2 years, but I'm back now. I mean, I wasn't really trying to get back with him, or he was trying to get back with me, but it was just like, I had this expectation that everything was gonna be the same. Like, because y'all, this channel actually started with us. This is a couples channel. So, you know, and we still actually have a vlog channel that's, videos are still there, and it's actually doing numbers by itself. Like, I'm not even touching that channel. I occasionally will see it, like maybe like once every 8 months or something, and every time I see it, it's just like doing numbers, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, if people want to watch her entertainment, travel, and motivation, and that's beautiful, I'm not gonna delete it. We don't hate each other, but we just don't speak. and that's cool. Everybody not, like I said, a season, and you know, whoever is meant to be in our lives will be. So, but you know, I was just so caught up in my ego, y'all. Like, so caught up in my ego and my struggles at the time. I wasn't speaking to my mom, so you know that hurt me so bad because like we, you know, my mom is like my rock. Like I be leaning on her all the time. You know what I'm saying? Well, God is my number one. I lean on Him all the time now, but back then I used to lean on my mom a lot. You know, and we fell out for like 5 months, and like that was during the time period where I moved down here. We wasn't speaking, so that was really tough. Like it was really tough, like being in a whole new city, not speaking to her, you know, living with my ex of a long time. We had a very serious relationship. We had pets together, traveled together. He was basically a part of my family. I was a part of his. Like, we'll go over his mom's house. We would literally come here. We were gonna move here together. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It was a whole little Romeo and Juliet story. Or Bonnie and Clyde. Really great friendship in it. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a friendship inside our relationship. Like it was definitely not perfect. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I ain't putting this relationship on no pedestal because it was long term, honey. That relationship was very much my first real relationship, and I was still going through, you know, growing up like I still am today. And honey, he definitely saw the worst sides of me. You know what I'm saying? So that is that. I've definitely had a rough beginning. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many reasons you can sit and dwell, like, on people, situations. Like, I was stuck on that situation. Like, I would get stuck on anything that would start moving beyond me. I'm like, oh no, that thing moving on. And I think it's because I would dwell on it and get mad, so upset because I wasn't moving on. So I'm like, damn, they moving on. Definitely feel like going through these many lessons has at one point in a temporary, thank God, very temporary point, He made me better, which has taught me to, I'm like, damn, do I want to live like this? No, I don't want to be no bitter hoe. Excuse my language. I don't want to be no bitter person. I want to be happy. I want to be joyous. I have so much inside me I want to express. I have so many things I want to do. I have so much love I want to share. So it's like being as though I feel that way. Why can't that just be? So I just started to ask God to allow me to do this. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not doing this without God. I don't understand why people don't get that. It's the God in me. It's the God in me. It's the God in me. Hey, what is it you think you see when you see me? You see me. You don't know how much I pray. Don't know. That's one of my favorite gospel songs, and I know I was a little off pitch. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm a little parched through God. So, you know, I commend anybody out there who is, you know, just holding on to their faith by dear life. Keep holding on because it's gonna be worth it. You feel me? It's definitely gonna be worth it, and it's definitely better than living in misery. Like, who wants to do that? I don't know if y'all heard that voiceover by Rihanna. It was like, might not be exactly what she said, but it's like the gist of it. For those who know, y'all know. Okay, period. So she was like, how do you do it? It's like, oh, pretend. It was like, it's either that or sit around and be sad all day. Okay, pretend. Sometimes you just got to pretend. And I'm not saying I'm being fake. I'm saying I'm making a choice. I'm pretending to be my future self so I can go ahead and be her now. For real. Ain't no trying to have bad intentions for a person and hurt them or manipulate them. Or I ain't moving like that. I'm pretending in ways that's going to benefit my future. So baby, if I'm going to pretend like I'm on a beach right now, let me live. Where's my margarita? Don't hate, y'all. Don't hate. Y'all know y'all want one. But seriously, I'm so happy to be back on here. Every time I come back on here, I feel more and more better. So I know that this is one thing that, like I said, helps me. And, you know, I hope that y'all out there doing everything y'all can to stay strong in this cold world. I hope y'all doing everything y'all can to stay, you know, true to yourselves, y'all self-worth, whatever that means for y'all. Tap into that younger self, baby. Don't be scared. So if you like to color, take some time out to color. Color during your breaks. Make a puzzle. Do a puzzle. Whatever it is that intrigues or feeds your inner child, baby, don't give up on it. That will add to your happiness. Best believe. I know. I ain't never scared to go eat a bowl of cereal and watch Lilo and Stitch. And not all the time now. I don't make no habit out of stuff like that. But during my sad moments, best believe I'm gonna tap into whatever I need to in order to feel better. That's positive. Nah, that helps me laugh and smile and not sit around and be sad all day. So whatever that is for y'all, whether it's music, taking a walk. Let's get to it, y'all. We got healing to do. Why wait? Because now it's the right time. Look, I don't even know why we even want to wait no more, because listen, this world is getting colder by the minute. We all, a lot of us, it's marriages crumbling, people cheating. It's like, is people even monogamous anymore? Like, it's like the world's gone poly. Where's all the monogamous people? Oh Lord, look. All right, y'all, I'm getting a little too dramatic. I'm gonna go ahead and finish enjoying my day on the beach. Yeah, I said it. Period, sis. Y'all, I will hit y'all later. And I love y'all so much. Send y'all love, like, healing. And y'all, we got this. We in this together. Gang, I'm out. Bye.